10 days, and then people start getting stir crazy. And the old people want different food, and then they get really, really grumpy.
I see. Like, there's some 8-day cruises.
And they're also really hungover.
Oh, that's Honolulu and Vancouver. Let's go to Vancouver.
Ooh, Vancouver's beautiful.
I want to go to Vancouver too.
Vancouver's a beautiful, beautiful island.
There's a sick thought in my mind of driving up to Portland because I've got a meeting in Portland in a couple of days.
How about
I thought, maybe I'll just drive up there and then I'll just keep going to Vancouver.
How about an 86-night
I'm
world
not sure.
cruise?
I'm not sure if you can drive into Vancouver.
You can drive through the border.
Oh, sorry.
Over to
I'm sorry.
Vancouver.
Not I was in Victoria. That's the island.
Oh, Victoria Island. No, you have to take a ferry.
I was gonna say. I was like,
It's like, why wouldn't you be able to do Vancouver?
yeah, that's right. I forgot.
What, they close down the borders?
They
What
do.
surprise
I
me.
would be surprised.
Uh-oh, political. Political talk. Political talk with Twaddling Along.
Ooh, that should be a new segment.
No.
All right, everyone. Welcome to Politics 101. We're conservative, but also liberal, and we'll probably argue a lot and make no sense.
Also, we hate all of you and love all of you at the same time. Congratulations.
I believe all senates should be under the age of 16.
Whoa. Could you imagine?
Josh,
They are.
they are high school group.
No, under the age of 12. Can you imagine your son in the Senate? Can you imagine your sons
He'd do
in the
fine.
Senate?
They do fine.
My son went into a workout program.
Mandatory gym.
And then he put up posters of Rodney Corman and Arnold Schwarzenegger and whoever else.
George Washington.
Every night he just is like, Dad, who's your favorite bodybuilder? And the only one I really know is Arnold Schwarzenegger. So I'm like, Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's like, And I'm like,
Lou Ferrigno.
oh,
That's what you gotta start
I guess I
saying.
forgot about Lou.
Who's Lou Ferrigno?
The original Hulk.
Oh.
He was
You
also
need
the
to
neighbor
say-
on King of Queens.
You need to say like Eddie the Beast Hall or
No,
A
they're
bodybuilder.
strongmen.
oh
There's two
bodybuilder.
different things, Josh.
How about me?
How about show your ignorance?
I don't know
You're
anything about
ignorant.
bodybuilding. I didn't watch naked men oil themselves and flex.
Well, you missed out. And with that, let's get started. Welcome all to the Twaddling Along podcast. I am your host, Dan McBride, here with my brothers and co-host Jake, who only knows Arnold Schwarzenegger from the bodybuilding world.
Only know Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Olympia.
I see that there's a 125-day cruise that's $66,000.
Hey, there's some people
Starting where and ending where.
Los Angeles to London.
So how many days?
125. I'm sure there's other places. The other one that's cheaper, there's a
It's a
$12,000
world-
cruise
so
for
they-
86-night world cruise.
Yeah, it's a world cruise, so they stop in every continent except for Antarctica.
So
Why don't people just retire and stay on cruises all the time?
they do.
My in-law grandpa, he either had the option of going to a care center and or go on cruises often, and it's cheaper to go cruising than it is to stay in like a care center.
The healthcare system's broken.
More politics.
Politics by Twaddling Along. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Wait.
with a cruise.
That's really quiet.
Why was that? There we go.
There we go. Yeah, that's nice. I did look into a soundboard for the
yeah?
last time. Oh, wait. And Josh.
Oh, hey. Hey
Forgot to
there.
introduce Josh.
I guess I'm here.
And Josh, I apologize. I looked into the soundboard last time,
And
I'm seriously thinking about getting one.
There's some cheap ones on Amazon. Not that I looked to.
It might be something that we add in the future because I think they're hilarious.
In order to get a
the
soundboard, everyone, please like and subscribe and donate money
Yeah.
so we can.
just a soundboard.
We got to get a couple more people
Yeah.
going so we can.
There's some fun ones out there that won't be too bad.
Yeah.
Like I
couple
said, Amazon has-
soundboards.
Our
You have to program them yourself, but it's doable.
I'm a semi-tech guy. I can make it work.
Nice.
semi-tech.
Hey,
Semi-tech guy.
Hi.
this week on the Twaddling Along podcast, it is the end of our 3, which means it's a human condition.
We are the
And it's
Master
also the end of the McBrides also known as Josh.
It's the end of the McBrides? What?
Yeah,
We're not
I'm the
announcing
last.
our own demise. What's happening?
You said it's the end of the 3, and I'm the end of the 3.
Oh, as in you're the youngest.
Yes.
It's been a year. It's been a year and a
see.
half. We're done.
We are finished. Josh, the youngest, is in charge this week.
Heaven help us all.
And what are we talking about, Josh?
Well, I first like to do something.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Okay, are you ready, everyone?
no.
I'm so excited.
If you are driving, skip ahead or pull over.
How many minutes?
I would say only about 2 minutes.
Okay, here we go.
I didn't time this, but we'll see. Okay. Welcome to the Twaddling Along Meditation channel. Please close your eyes.
You're breathing too hard into the mic.
You're also rubbing up against something.
Sorry, it's my beard. I didn't shave this morning.
You should probably pull the thing back just ever so. There we go.
Okay. Please close your eyes and find a comfortable position
Done.
and gently soften your gaze. Wait, you already closed your eyes.
Close
your
my
eyes,
eyes and
soften the
soften my
gaze.
gaze.
Yeah, go cross-eyed. Take a deep, slow breath in through your nose, feeling your chest and abdomen expand.
Filling your feeling. Feel, not filling, as in
No,
like filling up with
feel.
air. Feel it.
This reminds
Sorry.
me
Okay,
of
here
the
we go.
Wii
Okay, hold
Fit
up.
where you're breathing in. They're
Okay, here
like,
we go.
oh,
Hold
you're
it
fat.
just for a second at the top.
You'd stand on that thing. Oh,
Dang.
it was the most demoralizing thing in the entire world. Okay, sorry, Josh. Sorry.
Okay, here we go. Feel your chest and abdomen expand. Hold it for just a second, not like there are others who are holding it a lot longer than just a second at the top, and then let it out with a long, slow sigh. As you settle into a
I'm
natural
still sighing. Okay.
As you settle into a natural rhythm, notice the physical connection between your body and the world. Do you guys feel it?
I have actually been feeling disconnected from the world, almost like I don't want to be part of the world at all in any way, shape, or form, and want to just fall into a large, dark hole and live there.
I know
This
some
is now,
therapists.
I was going to say, we are now the Twaddling therapy session. Okay, here we go. Notice your physical connection between your body and the world, the weight of your feet on the floor, or the pressure of your back against the chair. How about your butt?
What happens if we are laying semi down and our feet are crossed in front of us?
Without overthinking,
I'm kind of sat like you know those old like sultans that are like side sitting on the big pillows. That's how I'm sat right now.
Where's my palm leaf?
briefly acknowledge your immediate surroundings to pull your mind out of autopilot.
Autopilot.
Oh, toe.
Notice one sound. Is it a hum of a fan, distant traffic, or the sound of your own breathing?
Why are you starting to sound like the GPS woman?
Take a ride.
And on your right.
That's my most sultry voice.
Hello.
This is what I whisper to my wife. Hey, turn right.
You're saying we need to have a flirtatious voice for
Twaddling along after
meditative.
dark.
Yep.
Hello.
Okay, notice one physical sensation. The texture of your clothing.
Oh,
The
no.
temperature
That
of
makes
the
me-
air on
I
your
hate
skin.
that. I hate it.
Is anyone's left arm gone numb yet?
Or the stillness in your hands.
My heart's beating fast.
Notice one internal... Well, Jake, you did that. Notice one internal feeling. Without judging it... Oh.
Crap.
That's literally what it says. Simply label any emotion or energy you're carrying right now.
Gassy.
Is anyone feeling hard to breathe?
I feel tightness in my chest.
Now that we are centered,
Okay.
return your full attention to the breath.
I'm having a heart attack.
Imagine each inhale bringing in a sense of clarity, and each exhale releasing a bit of tension from your shoulders and jaw.
We lived a good life.
We don't have a jaw.
Hey, we've got a jaw. It's just covered.
Take one final breath and
My
say
jaw
goodbye.
is like one final breath.
As you exhale, slowly wiggle your fingers and toes. What the-
Wriggle. What am I doing?
I didn't proofread this. Bringing your awareness back to the room. Open your eyes when you're ready.
Oh, shoot. I had my eyes open the whole time. Oh, wow. It's so bright in here.
Thank you for taking the Twaddling Along meditation.
Oh, we're real bad at that. Sorry.
So, how do you guys feel?
Well, let's see.
I still can't feel my left arm.
You can't feel your left arm? Well, at least you're aware of it.
Yes.
I guess it worked.
And you're not judging it. You are approaching it with no judgment. My left arm is numb. My chest hurts, but I'm not judging it.
It's okay.
I'm having a difficult time breathing.
It has its own stance.
Doesn't help that Josh is like, release the last breath.
Flop sweat.
So, today we're learning about meditation, my dear brethren. Meditation and becoming one with self.
Hey, you wrote mindfulness.
And then I said after that
he
text,
did.
meditation.
He said,
Guys need to emphasize meditation. I read the wrong thing.
Well, it's pretty much the same thing, let's be honest. Gosh. We'll discuss that later. But let's define meditation. Meditation is a practice in which an individual uses a technique to train attention and awareness and detach from reflexive, discursive thinking, achieving a mentally clear and emotionally calm and stable state while not judging the meditation process itself.
that was well read.
That was a whole
Thank
lot
you.
of adjectives.
That was really good, Josh.
I wrote that
Considering
myself.
how the rest of us have been like reading lately,
Hey,
you did really well.
I think we need to do this meditation that when you start speaking like a GPS person,
yeah,
your diction becomes
your
incredible.
diction improves.
Your diction, huh?
my
diction.
addiction to
Well, I have that too, but we
not
don't,
meditating.
we don't talk about that. in
we
Bruno.
don't talk about
Anyway.
No.
And that's enough before we get
Lawsuit.
copperhead.
Oh, that's right.
Copper red.
Sorry, Disney.
What
So,
about this copper red, Joshua?
Yeah, we're trying to become emotionally calm and stable and not judge the process. So don't judge the people who are just sitting there with their eyes closed. That's really rude.
I'm sorry.
You guys ruined the whole 2 minutes of all of our listeners trying to like calm themselves, and here they are. We're dying. My heart hurts. My left arm's
Hey,
numb.
Sorry, everybody.
Hey,
I'm sitting like a sultan on the couch.
I am.
But that's how meditation is.
Prince Ali, fabulously.
But anyway, meditation comes from two Latin words. Did you know it was two Latin words?
I didn't.
It is meditatio.
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 Meditatio. I am very familiar.
I think I added a little too many
I
T's.
think you might have.
Meditatio.
Word,
There it is.
meditation.
From a verb meditare, meaning to think, contemplate, devise, or ponder.
Wait, what was the other one?
Yeah, what was the second word?
Meditare.
So they're not two like words that got smushed together. They're like two roots that are the same word.
There are two roots, but then here's the second one.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Jeez.
Jumping ahead.
Meteor with a D.
You're meteor.
I know. I'm trying to work on that. It means to heal, to cure, or to remedy. So meditation is basically to think, to heal yourself, to contemplate, to cure, and to ponder a remedy for oneself. Interesting, huh?
That is interesting.
Meditation has been around for a very, very, very long time, as far back as written language has existed, and further back because they say the cavemen did it.
Caveman just zoned out. Saber-toothed tigers coming at him, and they're like, "Oh, wait a second! It's 3:00. I have to do my ohms." Om.
Can you imagine?
Oh, where's my bell?
That's how the wheel was founded.
Founded, you say?
First, it was
The
founded.
grand city of Wheel, followed shortly by Spoke. The mighty city Spoke.
Don't forget Axel.
And gear.
That came way later.
Yeah, that came
Jeez,
way.
Joshua.
That was like a
What
Roman.
a joke you are.
Okay, so the earliest religious references to meditation, because that's kind of where meditation comes from, is a lot of religious concepts to begin with, but we'll get later into the fact that meditation is now just a common practice for a lot of people. But it's in the Upanishads, which is Hindu text, the Bhagavad Gita, the Torah for Judaism, and the Shikr in Islam. Now, Islam comes a little bit later, but there's references in every major religion and more of meditation from thousands of years ago.
Really?
Yeah. And we'll talk about those in just a second. But first and foremost, we're going back into meditation mode. Hello. These are 3 techniques to help in meditation. Number 1, posture. Have you guys meditated before?
I've tried.
How's your posture?
Terrible.
Oh.
And let me tell you, the problem is I think that in my mind I had the pop culture idea of what meditation is, the Looney Tune style, sitting cross-legged, hands out, fingers touching thumbs, and oming. Om.
Which is a Hindu thing.
It is a Hindu thing, and it's
Also
supposed to
a,
actually help.
Buddhist thing.
But I have since learned that there are multiple ways of meditation.
Yes, several
And
different
actually that there's
postures.
not even like a true definition of meditation.
Nope.
Like it's just kind of, hey, detach yourself from the world, and that's meditation.
So do you know where we detach ourselves from the world the most?
Video games.
The bathroom.
Oh, that's true. And we'll talk about that in just a second.
The bathroom is a meditative state.
That's why men go in and don't come out for,
I am so
3
using
hours.
that. Honey, sorry, I have
Meditation.
I have to meditate on these.
I have to become one with the world.
I am reaching nirvana.
So, here's a funny fact.
But
I
not
looked
Kurt
that up
Cobain.
because I was looking at meditation.
Inside joke that only old people know.
I didn't even catch it because I'm not old.
I said that you're reaching nirvana, but not Kurt Cobain, because Kurt Cobain sang for Nirvana. Come as we want,
Anyway, posture.
as you want.
So, Jake, speaking of the bathroom, do you know why they feel that meditation happens a lot while you're sitting on the toilet? Because where does your blood supply go?
Everywhere else.
Everywhere except for your lower half. So you actually get more blood flow to the brain and can actually think clearer.
Wait, everywhere but the lower half?
Yeah, because you go numb.
Oh, after a while.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
So what you're saying is the more numb I get, the closer I get
To Nirvana. Yeah.
Oh, so Jake was on to something when his left hand went numb.
That's right.
Oh,
Well
my
done.
God.
I was
Jake, you were a
cheating.
hot...
Thanks for nothing, Josh. Took me out of my...
You were almost enlightened.
You were almost there. You almost became Buddha.
Oh,
I was almost...
Would you have been happy Buddha, fat Buddha, skinny Buddha,
fat Buddha. He looks happy in his
He does
fatness.
look
lucky
happy.
Buddha?
but he's not actually the Buddha, right?
He is a Buddha, but not the
It's
original
like the Buddha Vista, something like that.
He's literally called the happy Buddha.
the happy Buddha.
Where
He's the one that if you rub his tummy, you get lucky, right?
Yep. So the original is Siddhartha
Or get good karma.
Siddhartha something.
Doing great.
But he was a prince in Nepal or Bhutan or Indian.
There's a happy Buddhist Chinese restaurant not too far away from here. Just FYI for everybody.
Most racist thing I've ever heard. I'm just kidding. So posture is very important for meditation. Sitting up, laying down, you could do it basically anywhere, but they say that you don't want to restrict blood flow. So sitting down in a position where you're not pinching off things is important.
So the bathroom's out of the question. Oh, that's a gross
Yeah.
joke. I feel bad about that one.
You should.
Sorry, everybody.
That went over my head. Anyway, standing up is actually a good meditation pose.
You ever seen the Parks and Rec where Ron goes into a meditative state by standing?
Yep. The most
When at the yoga
Yeah,
place.
at the yoga place where he refuses to sit down, and so he just stands up, and then afterwards he's like, "That was the most useless thing in the world. I just cleared my mind for 4 hours."
The most common posture is the lotus position, which is, as we call in the United States, crisscross applesauce. Sort of.
Cross applesauce.
Crisscross applesauce with your feet on top of your thighs is the lotus position.
But that's not comfortable.
Well, for some people it is.
I see.
And that leads us to the next. It also takes a lot of frequency to be able to achieve perfect meditation. They recommend at least 30 minutes twice a day.
30 minutes twice a day.
Yep.
Who has the time?
Those who wanted to be enlightened, Danny.
I see.
Geez, when your whole goal is to rid yourself of eternal
Reincarnation.
reincarnation, I think you would put some effort into it.
Yeah, I want to come back as a dog, though.
That means you did some bad deeds.
As a dog?
as a human.
I guess because it drops down.
Yeah.
I don't want to be bad enough that I turn into something that it suffers, but like a house cat that's overfed, like a Garfield-like character. I think that I'd be okay with that.
In Egypt, you'd be worshipped.
You'd hate Mondays.
In Egypt, in America, I'm worshipped.
That's true. Lasagna.
I do hate Mondays. That was good, Jake.
Yeah, so it's important to meditate often to learn how to do it and to keep up the practice. So basically, it's like a sport and or muscle. You have to practice to achieve true meditation.
Interesting.
Now, if we go at what Danny just said, that there is no definition for meditation, he's right. You could practice all you want, but it's what you feel is meditation.
See, and I think that's the thing that's the most difficult for me because I'm a pretty literal person when it comes to some things.
Mm-hmm.
Unless I'm told exactly how I'm supposed to be feeling during meditation, then to me it's like, okay, so am I actually meditating? And I always get the answer, well, if you feel like you're meditating, you're meditating. It's like, nah, what kind of crap is this? No, tell me what I'm supposed to be feeling. Feeling? What I'm supposed to be filling up with. Rice.
Pea.
Little
brandy.
A triple cheeseburger.
Now, here's the next thing. Supporting aids. So this is the third thing.
Supporting what? Sorry.
Aids.
I see.
So things that can help you meditate. Do you know what was number one?
I don't know. I was confused too. We've lost you.
What did you think I said?
That's what I thought you said. But
Supporting aids? Well, this will make it. The number one answer to supporting aids is LSD.
Really?
Psychedelics are the number
That's
one
what I'm talking about.
things to use for meditation.
Michael Pollan's How to Change Your Mind. Very interesting book recommendation for the week.
So, in fact, the hippies had it right. If you notice, none of them came back. They all achieved nirvana.
yeah, out in the middle of a grass-stained woodland and nothing but covered
Except,
in their own...
the family, but we don't talk about them. Anyway, so yeah, supporting aids, you could use music.
Wait, Josh, did you just bring up Charles Manson in the middle of a Twaddling Along podcast?
Yes, I
While
did.
talking about meditation?
While talking about meditation?
Well, yeah, I was talking about hippies.
That's
and
a twaddle, all right.
He was a hippie.
A dark twaddle.
Anyway,
It's like talking about Disneyland bringing up the Nazis.
You gotta stop saying that. It's just...
What, supporting AIDS? I do not support AIDS. I'm against AIDS. I believe that we should practice safe sex.
Well,
Josh.
that's something we gotta remove now.
Oh, no, I'm keeping that one in for sure. I mean, for sure.
Okay, other supporting things that help.
Yes.
Music. Music is very much a thing that is used to help with meditation and or static noise.
What kind of music?
Well, science says sometimes that certain notes or frequencies of sound help reach the center of your mind, but I don't know. I didn't really research it on that.
All right.
Jake, you're the psychologist. You're a resident
There was
therapist.
a lot of discussions and debates about that particular subject. Some say it helps. Some say it is a waste of your brain's power and to focus on other things. So,
Top meditation music includes ambient soundscapes.
Ooh, I love ambient.
I do actually really like a good ambient
Ready? This is
soundscape.
what I listen to for hours.
What is that?
Ambient.
What is that ambient of?
Me.
Oh,
I've been...
Josh has released his own album.
Yeah, it's just him going, why?
Ooh, what is that?
Throat singing.
Throat singing.
Mongolian throat sing.
Sorry, go ahead, Jake. We interrupt.
No, I've always been into ambient music and new age instrumental music. That's kind of that's my dig.
Nature sounds.
Yes, rain is one that I particularly like.
The sound of showers.
Yep.
Running.
And 432 hertz healing.
Wait.
We're going back to the 432 hertz alpha waves. Here we go. Hold on. Oh, crap. Hold on. Here we go.
Are you calm yet?
Guys, my left arm's going numb again.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Listen to us always. That's more hypnosis, isn't it?
No, that is
No, what I was doing.
432 hertz frequency heals all body damage. So
Heals all body. Some guy has lost his limb. He's like, this is rude. Nothing's happening.
Oh, that's awesome. So yeah, there's a lot of supporting aids. Dagnabbit chicken that help with meditation. And you should do your own research, dang it, because I can't say supporting aids on this podcast without being laughed at. So we're going to talk about 5 the different religions that include meditation.
done.
First and foremost, Hinduism. Have you guys met a Hindu?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I
yes,
have.
we have it.
That's good. They meditate often.
Right.
They have their own kind of prayer rooms.
They also do yoga,
meditative stuff.
which is a form of meditation, controlling one's body and attaining perfect balance.
Yeah, there's actually 5 types of Hindu meditation: the mantra, the dhyana, the chakra, the Jenga yoga, and the bhakti.
What Danny said.
Hello.
Also, Hinduism literally is attaining moksha, which means a transcendental consciousness of the perfect state of being, a self-realization of freedom, and of realizing the whole universe as the self. So literally, to achieve moksha is to attain perfect meditation, that you don't exist, everything's a lie, and that the universe and everything around you are self.
I like it.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yes.
And everything that they teaches about becoming aware of our actions, of ourself, of our physical, everything.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, good for them.
Next, Buddhism. Have you met a Buddha?
I have not met a Buddha, but I have met many Buddhists.
They follow what is called the Eightfold Path, or also known in layman's term, the middle way. When you think of meditation, I think of a Buddhist monk up on a mountain somewhere in Nepal.
That's pretty.
It's pretty specific there.
Yeah.
Yep. So they have very different or very similar. Why did I say that?
I have no idea.
Pause. Rewind. They are very similar to Hindus in the sense of meditation is a large part of their religion. They kind of are finding the same thing and attaining nirvana, which we mentioned earlier. Kurt Cobain, shout out, rest in peace. But nirvana and moksha is pretty much the same thing. It's attaining a transcendental consciousness and realizing that you are nothing, but that you are a part of the universe.
But a part of everything.
And a part of everything.
They also split up the 3 parts of their meditation into the breathing, which they call the anapanasati, the loving kindness that you're supposed to have for you and others, which is known as the metta, and the vipassana, which means insight.
So for all those gamers out there that says, oh, this is the meta, you're actually just loving each other.
Yep. Metta bhavana is actually, I think, loving kindness.
Also a part of Buddhism, a specific sect of Buddhism, but is widely known as Zen. Yin and yang, the harmony of things, is also a form of meditation in the sense that you are becoming equal and can balance everything. Oogway.
The master.
And then he got interrupted by that muskox. What was his name? With the green.
Oh, Kai?
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
There you go.
And then he kicked his butt.
So I had the opportunity, when I was going to college, I had a world religions class, and they asked us to attend different religions and then write about them, just the experience and everything. And I was able to attend the Buddhist temple downtown. That was kind of interesting. It was kind of fun because they were preparing for the Dalai Lama at the time.
Oh, that's right, because he went to the U. Yeah.
So they were getting all that stuff together. So it was kind of fun being able to participate in that and just kind of see, especially because, I mean, we come from a Christian background, so being able to see other and how they, perform their rituals and stuff. It was really fascinating. But we went into, like, we had the main room we'd go into and they would perform things. And then we went into the back room, and that's where you would get into a comfortable position. And then that's where they would perform some of the meditative prayers and stuff like that, where they had the bell that was supposed to be a constant noise you could kind of lose yourself into and things. So.
Yep. And also along with that is the chanting. The chants are related to Buddhism, and a few different Shintoism in Japan are big on chanting certain rhythm, certain words.
Because I think is actually, I don't know if you would call it a god because they don't really have gods, but it's something that they.
Yeah, it's actually a Sanskrit word. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah.
It is often a sacred primordial sound representing the universe, consciousness, and the cosmic cycle of creation and destruction.
Yep, so the Hindu symbol is actually just That's the Sanskrit like writing for
I had no idea that's what it was. I'm looking at the symbol right there.
Yep.
Look at that. I've learned something today.
You're welcome.
The more you know.
All right, moving to Buddha's close neighbor, Taoism. Very similar, but they focus a lot more on the physical aspect of a lot of things.
Going with the flow.
Yep, going with the flow. Not so much spiritual, but achieving perfection over one's physical body. So they focus a lot on chi, which a lot of people who watch the live action Mulan was like, oh, that's magic. No, it's just the conquering of oneself, aligning one's chi. Also, they're the creators of Tai Chi, which helps you obtain perfect balance and allows you to flow and use your chi to flow perfectly.
An excellent book about Taoism, The Tao of Pooh.
Oh, I was about to be like, I still want to read that book.
It is a wonderful book that gives you an insight into Taoism by Benjamin Huff. Fantastic. Definitely recommend.
Also, the martial arts is actually a form of meditation in Taoism. So Kung Fu, Karate. Those are different ways that they feel are meditated arts through movement to be able to achieve a perfect self.
Interesting.
Yep. Pretty cool. Taoism also has Zazen, which is the seating meditation. This is kind of exactly why what I said about like the Buddhist monk up in the mountain in Nepal. It's actually probably a Taoist monk that you see a majority of the time sitting in the lotus position. Fun fact. All right, moving right along to Judaism. Now you're saying Judaism, Jews don't meditate. Yes, they do. Get over it.
I don't know. Were you saying that, Jay?
I don't think I was saying that.
Well, maybe our listeners were.
I don't know.
In the Torah, in what is the Old Testament Genesis, meditation is actually mentioned quite often, but most importantly, there's a word that is a Hebrew word that says, I can't remember exactly what the word is, but it's Genesis 24:63, and translated in English it says meditate, but in the Hebrew context, it's a lot deeper way of saying Isaac went out into the field to ponder, to achieve, and to attain oneself.
The word is Haga.
Yeah.
And it means to mutter or murmur, ponder, growl, and speak quietly to oneself.
Mm-hmm. Another form in more modern day Judaism and Orthodox Judaism specifically are mournful meditations. Huh? If you go to the Wailing Wall in Israel, specifically Jerusalem, there's only one Wailing Wall. That rocking back and forth motion and muttering prayers is actually a form of meditation. And a lot of people say that kind of rocking back and forth helps them, removes themselves from the situation that they're in and focus mainly on their thoughts and the prayers that they're sending. So I thought that was pretty cool.
So you mean when we're in any type of prayer situation and I can't hold still and rock back and forth as we're praying, I'm actually
Deep in
achieving a
meditation.
very deep meditation?
Means
good.
every time that I pray with my children, they're all constantly meditating because of the amount of movement that's going on. Mm-hmm. They're running around. They're just meditative little souls and not just doing it to annoy me.
Yep. Exactly.
Ooh, that's up there.
Next one, Christianity. We meditate quite often, but it's not necessarily called meditation. Prayer is a form of meditation. The sacraments, in our faith, we call them ordinances. Other Christian denominations call them sacraments, specifically Catholicism, where it is a way to obtain a greater identity and unite yourself with God. Hymns are a form of meditation, if sung correctly. Don't ask me to sing them correctly.
Sung correctly.
But going along with that, also monk chants in old time
Gregorian chants.
Yep.
Yeah.
are meditations.
Speaking of which, freaking Josh introduced me into that years ago.
Gregorian.
And so I will have the Gregorian stuff pop up in my YouTube.
I
often.
love Gregorian.
So I'll have it pop up, and I keep having
And they're seeing like the Beatles.
yeah, who wants to live forever is the one that pops up a little bit.
Another form, and we didn't talk about this in Buddhism, I forgot to mention, but self-harm.
Oh, self-flagellation?
Yes. Which is
Wait.
done.
That's incorrect. Hold on. Flagellation.
Say that again, Danny.
Flagellation.
Yeah, no, not
Not-
flatulation.
Not self. Flagellation is
Sitting
a
there.
little bit
I think
different.
I'm almost there. I'm there.
Flagellation with a G.
Yes, flagellation is actually a form of meditation.
By the way, if you look it up on Google, it immediately sends you to a crisis lifeline.
Yep.
There is in the Philippines when I was over there during the
Holy Week.
Holy Week, they would have people that would parade around and actually have whips, and they would whip themselves as they were doing in order to feel closer to Jesus Christ.
Wasn't it the
and things like that.
Magdarami or something? Wasn't that what it was called?
It might be. I'm not
penitential.
sure.
Also, here's the other thing. In the Philippines is the only legal place to do this on earth, as far as I'm aware. And I'm pretty sure they just outlawed it not too long ago, but they actually do crucify somebody every Holy Week.
Not to
Pretend,
death.
not to
but,
death.
But they do.
They pretend
hang.
crucify. They nail someone to a cross. I can't remember if they outlawed it or if it's still a practice. But while they're looking that up, Buddhists also have that. They actually have what's called, it's like a meditation stick that the mentors of Buddhist monks actually slap them to help them achieve a greater meditation, which I think is very interesting. We should have one of those in this
It
podcast.
looks like it's still legal because I could have sworn when I was over there they actually had people that would perform it.
Mm-hmm.
So
I remember watching a documentary on that.
Also, a very big part of the Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown.
Flagellation.
Yeah. Christian flagellation, specifically Catholic. Catholic. Sorry, you 1.2 billion people out there. that
eighth of the
self-identify.
earth.
Whoops.
Another one that is a little bit more recent, within the past 150 years, is evangelical Christianity worship, what they describe as worship. My brothers will look at me because I've been to these worship sessions where you put your arms in the air and you kind of rock back and forth and stuff. That is a form of meditation, of reaching out to God and praying to Him in that kind of way.
So I've got a question, and maybe this is coming from super ignorance. What's the difference between meditation, like true blue meditation, and a trance?
Isn't a trance, it takes you somewhere different? Like your mind is experiencing something beyond the reality of what you were currently in?
Don't know.
I thought that was astral projection.
No, trance is a genre of electronic dance music originating from 1990s Germany.
Oh,
Jake.
good. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Oh.
What,
No, a trance is a state of semi-consciousness in which a person is not self-aware and is either altogether unresponsive to external stimuli, or is selectively responsive in following the directions of the person, if any, who has induced the trance. Trance states may occur involuntarily and unbidden.
So I guess that's meditation is being totally self-aware, where you can choose what you feel.
Mm-hmm.
Where trance is you're not self-aware.
I could see that. Okay. I'll accept that.
Have you ever come across someone in a trance?
Yes, I have.
Mostly drug induced.
Yeah.
A lot of drug induced trances out there.
I've had a few, I would say, religiously induced,
Oh, yeah.
and it's pretty wild to watch.
Yeah, I will tell you one of them that was actually, I think, probably Hindu. And it was a gentleman who there is a and I'm gonna butcher this and people are gonna yell at me, but there's a sect within Hinduism of people who are that go to huge and great lengths to show devotion. So a lot of times, like if you see like people that are like that have like long fingernails or refuse to cut their hair or anything like that. Well, we ran across one in Long Beach who had been like this for a while, and he had followers, and he was in a trance because he had fasted for, according to them, 100 days, but for an incredibly long time, and to a point where his body was kind of shutting down. But he was in a religious fervor trance. He was repeating things, but was like out for everybody to like try to contact him.
So when a man goes to their nothing box in their brain,
is that
would
meditation?
you consider that a trance?
I don't know if it's a trance or if it's scratching the surface of meditation.
Because it's one of those that I'm sure the wives go, "Hey, you there?"
Yeah.
And you kind of go, "What?
Who? What? Why are you talking to me?
But like I said, it's a choice.
Well, see, and
Just kidding.
This is where it comes back down to like the whole meditation, like what is actually meditation? Because like if I'm zoning out, if I am so involved with something, be it, let's say, a video game, like, and it super simple video game like Tetris, you know, if I'm so involved with the game of Tetris that I lose a conscious awareness of myself, like bordering on ego death, like I am actually losing kind of like a concept that I'm even part of anything, and I'm just reacting on instinct. Is that meditation?
Ooh,
It's a good question. I have had that happen once, like a true, what you just described.
Yeah.
With reading a book called The Belgariad, where literally I was reading it in a study time in middle school, and it got to the point that everything went quiet. I only heard myself reading, and then things started happening around me that was happening in the book.
Yeah.
Like I had achieved, like I was the book.
You were in the book.
Yeah.
yeah. I introduced Josh to that. That happened all the time. The Lord
Really
of
good.
the Rings. That was my
Well, that's
my
another
introduction.
That's
to
a really,
that.
and that's a really interesting point. Is like, is reading a meditative action?
Because there are points where you lose contact with the reality around you.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, my wife is a phenomenal reader. In fact, so much so that there's been points where it's like, how many books have you read this year, Julie? Oh, like 130.
Oh yeah,
Something like that.
crazy.
And it's only like halfway through the year. And you're like, okay. But what she'll do is she'll read, and you can't really get to her unless you physically go over and like touch her, type of thing. Like when we first got married, there were moments where she would be reading and I'd be cooking, and I would yell out, "Oh, time for dinner." And then I'd do that a few times and finally look in, and she's still very much engrossed in the book. And so you'd have to go and kind of almost shake them awake from what we're doing, which is just reading.
Yeah. Well, have you guys ever been tired, like so tired that you'll sit down and you'll just zone out looking at a wall?
Oh yeah.
Where you'll like
I just
literally
do that
you'll-
on the daily.
You'll,
Those are my favorite.
You'll look at a wall, and all of a sudden you like someone's like, "Hey, are you okay?" And it's minutes or maybe even longer later, and you're like, "I have no idea what I've been doing for 20
My
minutes."
favorite is when you're sitting on the couch watching a YouTube TV or something like that, and you hit that moment where you're tired and your body just kind of shuts off while you're still actively watching. And so you don't know what's going on the TV, but you know you're just kind of like, watching Craig Ferguson at 10:30 at nighttime.
He's a good meditative guy.
I meditate to Craig Ferguson.
The last religion I want to bring up is just Islam, and they have a lot of similarities with other Abrahamic traditions, but they also have a little bit of Eastern religion influence as well, with prayers. They have a spitting meditation.
They do.
Which is
what?
A spinning. So you spin
Yeah, and they go around
and
like
chant.
I heard spitting, and I was like, I don't know if I've
it's
heard that.
really it's more popular kind of in the northern parts, but you'll actually see videos of them where they're in big circles and they are running
Yeah.
around and they're holding each other, but they're these huge groups and it's almost like a dance, but they are just running in a circle around and around and around.
And that's a
Themselves
form of
so dizzy that they're putting themselves
in
that's
a type
interesting.
of well, in that sense, a type of trance meditation. I don't know. So let's move on from religion and look at the secular applications of meditation. Numero uno, as Jake brought up at the beginning, mindfulness, which has been a big word, I feel like, in just the past couple years. Mindfulness. Mindfulness is a practice employed in psychology to alleviate mental and physical conditions such as affecting the endocrines, is that how you say it? Endocrine? Mm-hmm. System, therefore reducing depression and helping to alleviate stress and anxiety. Jake, as the resident therapist, mindfulness.
It's a very popular thing. I'll just, yeah. I mean, you look at, cognitive behavioral therapy is something that, like, you literally are learning to control behavior through your mindful consideration of your cognitive thoughts and stuff like that. It's
you guys ever done like a mindful eating exercise?
I don't like to.
I did one with a group once where we ate a grape, and it took like 20 minutes to eat a grape because they make you they sit you down and they're like, okay, we are going to mindfully eat this grape.
Oh.
And so you have to think
Taste.
you have to feel it, you have to look at it, you have to look for blemishes. You're going above and beyond what you would normally do to be wholly present in the moment while eating this grape. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Because you really do kind of when it actually comes to when you're eating the grape, you appreciate it more, maybe. You appreciate the taste and the subtleties and everything. So it's a big popular thing. Can I be controversial?
Yes.
Controversial then.
Go.
I think that pop culture has taken this mindfulness and has corrupted it to be selfishness.
And that's what I was going to bring up is there was one professor who said that mindfulness can lead to an upgrade of selfishness where one's focus is entirely on oneself instead of everyone else around us.
Well, what's interesting, is part of mindfulness, if you look into it, there is definitely a idea that you're not only cultivating, a more calm mind, but you're cultivating a greater feeling of love and compassion for not only yourself but those around you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're trying what it
Which is
ultimately it's not reaching just in, it's reaching out as well.
Which is Buddhist in its kind of core, because that's what Buddha's. That's Buddha's one of the big parts of their meditation is, you learn to love yourself, but in so doing, you love others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's lost a little bit in mindfulness.
There's a lot of people that get that confused, but religiously speaking, going back to religion, you look at most of Christianity, the Christ literally
Golden
said
rule.
is the greatest commandment is you
Love
love
one
God, but then
another.
you love thy neighbor as thyself. So
Yeah.
you're supposed to have that connection to not only yourself but to others. So it's kind of fun to look at.
And it's very interesting because there are some rare occasions, but a lot of time meditation is done in groups where not only are you connecting with oneself, but you're also connecting and can share those connections with those around you, which I find very interesting.
Very interesting.
With the time left, I'll just go over these last few things. Psychotherapy, which kind of Danny was touching on, trance-like states to work out past situations or traumas
Kind
or
of have to be careful with that one.
yeah, hypnosis is along with this,
You have
but
to
it
be
can,
really careful with that one.
yes. So there's a few things where, yeah, let's just say
You can get Jake's opinions about those at some other point.
some people can be led to have trauma that never happened. Anyway, every day. So, for example, I have anxiety. I was told to do the 4-second breathing box. We breathe in 4 seconds, hold it for 4 seconds, breathe out 4 seconds. That could be a form of meditation to lower blood pressure, lower your heart rate, different things like that to be aware of yourself and to calm yourself down during anxiety. And then the last kind of secular application, which I didn't really research a ton, is biofeedback. I have no idea what that means.
It's you being conscious enough with your body to be able to understand what's happening with it.
There you
So it's the idea that once you reach a meditative state, you can not diagnose yourself, but you are completely aware of your body. There's a big issue, and this is something that is brought up a lot in when people talk about modern day meditation, that we've become disconnected from our own body. And so it's the idea of reconnecting with your body and actually being able to understand. That's why in a lot of modern day meditation things like in apps and everything, the very first thing they do is they literally tell you to wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, and feel like tense your muscles one at a time so that you are actually aware of yourself.
In complete control.
Yep.
That is one of the ways that the Navy officers learn how to fall asleep really quickly, is instead of tensing, you relax. And
Well, you
can
tense first.
Yep.
And
But then you relax each individual muscle in your body that you can be aware of, and you can go to sleep super quick. So yeah, meditation. What a thing.
You want some fun facts about meditation?
Yes.
For our last couple minutes, because we've just got a few minutes. Some fun facts about meditation. The nation that meditates the most, what would you guess?
Indonesia.
Indonesia for Josh. Jake, what do you think?
Ooh. So that meditates the most.
Oh, not
Meditates
Indonesia.
the most. That's the most
Not
popular.
Indonesia. Nepal.
Nepal,
I want to go with India.
India, Australia.
Really?
Australia is the most popular country for meditation. According to Google Trends, there are more searches per capita for meditation in Australia than any other country on the planet, even when comparing across multiple languages other than English.
But that's just people Googling how to
However,
meditate.
Melbourne is the most popular city for meditation. Not only do they have more searches per capita for the term meditation, but they have more meditation centers and more people that are self-reporting that they do meditation.
And I could see that. It kind of goes along with what we were talking about earlier with the hippie movement. I feel like Australia just stayed there. And so they're a little bit more relaxed.
A society where you don't have to wear shoes, I'm all for it. Meditation improves your immune system. 2012 study found higher immune system functions after an 8-week meditation course. Less colds or flus because I'm meditating.
I will say this. It is statistically proven that most Buddhist monks live a lot longer than most people because their healthy lifestyle of the middle way, but also they spend most of their time meditating.
It's okay to scratch itches during meditation. Common misconception that you can't scratch an itch.
Or you can get so good that you meditate and you say, I don't scratch anymore.
World's Meditation Day falls on May 21st.
Perfect timing. Get ready.
May 21st, huh?
There are over 1,000 meditation apps available.
There are a lot of them.
There is a ton of them.
Yes.
More kids nowadays are practicing meditation. Nearly 5% of kids in the United States were actively meditating or practicing meditation as of 2017. That is up 3%. I think that also comes just from an idea of like, once again, I don't think that's necessarily true because I think there's meditative practices that people have been doing forever and ever.
Yeah.
But it's that people haven't recognized that they're meditative.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just like prayer, we say prayer. People hear prayer and say, oh, it's just a prayer. When in some circumstances, that could be somewhat of a meditative application.
Meditation is the second most popular mind and body practice in the U.S., with yoga being first and chiropractics being third.
Which is funny because yoga can be used as meditation.
It is.
Chiropractic is third?
Yes.
We'll talk about that later.
Really interesting.
Let's see. Where's a fun one? I was just reading one. I don't know where it came from or where it went.
Here's another fun fact. If you look at most cults within the United States, they outlaw meditation after a certain while.
Really?
Yep.
Because they don't want you being aware of yourself?
Yep. They want you to only be a puppet of oneself and not aware of what's going on.
So if someone's telling you not to meditate, then you probably
Need to get out of there.
Thing, so
So you're probably not listening to this podcast for one thing. But.
Yeah. I'll close out with this. I feel like a lot of times people say it's a scary thing to sit with one's thoughts.
yes.
And I feel like that's a big thing nowadays. Even though meditation, I feel like, has increased. There's a lot of, those week away getaways where they go and just sit in the mountains and meditate and, whatever. But I think a lot of people are like, don't sit with your own thoughts in the quiet because it could lead to horrible things. But I think it's a very healthy thing sometimes to just sit and work through some thoughts that you may have through meditation. And there's many ways to do that. Guided meditation, like we did at the beginning. Jake's arm goes numb. Have music. Make it a routine that, maybe you meditate right before you sleep. Calm everything down. Or do yoga or some sort of strengthening of your core and things to help with balance. There's a lot of ways that we could do things today to help with meditation, but don't be afraid of one's thoughts. Maybe you might learn something about yourself.
And I think that's probably my big thing when it comes to meditation is find what actually works for you and do it. Not everybody is going to be able to sit in the lotus position and om.
Yeah.
Not everybody is going to want to do yoga. But if your meditation is finding a good book and losing yourself within the book and just being kind of aware of your thoughts, but them not reacting to you, then have that be your meditation. If your meditation is daily prayer, getting on your knees and praying, great, do that. Just find some practice that allows that to happen, because I do think it is a very positive thing. It's just a matter of finding something that works for you.
Yep. Because it's there and it is proven to help.
There is a lot of study on it. A surprising amount of study on meditation.
Yep.
Which is really interesting. It seems like half of the people coming out of PhD programs in psychology nowadays, most of them are about meditation. And it's probably because you can probably do a double blind on certain aspects of meditation without having to tell people.
Yeah.
Without breaking all sorts of ethical rules. So many ethical rules. Well, thanks, Josh.
Hey, you're welcome.
That's some nice work on meditation. Well, let's do some final thoughts as we end this here twaddling along. But before we do, a few quick things. Number one, be on the lookout still. If you haven't yet, go and check out our YouTube channel. Right now, it's just the podcast, but we have updated a few things. We have a short on there. We are in the midst of practicing and playing around with recording ourselves playing certain video games, which I think that we're going to start putting on the YouTube channel here very soon. Josh has got a YouTube channel that's up and going. I don't know if you want to pimp it out right now, Josh, but
Nope.
but you can find him.
You could just stay on the main channel.
Find him. But yeah, another thing is, if there is a subject that you want us to handle, please reach out to us at emails@twaddlingalong.com or leave a comment on any one of our social medias. That is probably the easiest way to get a hold of us. I know we have not been doing very good at posting on our social medias. Sorry, that's my fault. But we will start doing better with that. And then if you have any questions that are outside of just like topics that you want us to cover, please reach out to us as well. We like hearing from everybody. All right. Final words. We'll start with me.
Nice.
Yeah. Meditate. Meditate on it all. and then cry yourself to sleep. Like this. Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. All right, Jake, your final.
that was deep, Dan.
Thank you.
My favorite place to meditate is, guess.
In the bathroom with the shower turned on.
Nope.
Really?
Your closet.
Nope.
In the car.
Nope.
Hopefully not, because that's road hypnosis, and that gets really dangerous.
The autopilot turns on.
Church.
I do enjoy meditating at church, but it's not even church.
I'd have no idea.
In the bed.
Not in the bed.
Sleeping.
On your sofa.
Not on my sofa.
Is it in your home?
Nope.
It's not in your home.
Nope. I'm going to keep you guys guessing.
Bear Lake.
Yeah,
You
probably
got it.
Bear Lake.
Mhm.
That's probably true.
That place, literally, the nostalgia of all of it is able to calm my mind to a point where I can meditate. Hence why sometimes you guys will just see me sitting on a chair by the beach, just staring out there for like 2 hours.
We thought that you were reliving some drama.
I was working through trauma, sure, but
Some kind of deep traumatic experience out on the lake, like when we were tubing or something as a child.
oh, I did have those. Or walking out when there was ice, because our uncles were like, "This is exciting," and then walking out and you could hear it cracking under you.
That's right.
Traumatic. But no, there are places out there that I think that are really good for people.
That makes sense.
That is for me, which is why I'm always like, go to Bear Lake.
I like it.
Or better yet, don't go to Bear Lake. Let me go to Bear Lake, and then you
I was
guys
going to
leave
say,
me alone.
everybody stay home.
There you go.
Okay, final words for you, Joshua.
So find your place, find your application, and remember.
Find your application. I do like.
Yeah, and submit it.
I do like.
Get a new job.
Yeah.
Return your full attention to the breath. Imagine each inhale bringing in a sense of clarity, and each exhale releasing a bit of tension from your shoulders
Oh no, my left arm's going numb again.
and jaw.
Oh, there goes my heart.
Take one final deep breath.
Does anyone else feeling like they can't breathe super well?